Okay, so this is the first nice day that we have seen in a week. Honestly, it has been raining and pouring, and I'm upset because the first thing I like to do is take these birds and put them on grass and get them eating and outside in a normal environment, but I haven't been able to do that. And now they are so much bigger. And last time, or the first time we got them, I had them in different bins, so it was very easy for me to carry them outside and bring them back in. But obviously not right now, so I'm gonna find a bin and start collecting. This is like crazy stuff. Most people leave their birds in here for the first 3 weeks and don't even take them outside, but to me that is not so, not really fair. I wanna take them out so they are out on grass. I'll bring them back in. It's just too beautiful of a day. And then tomorrow we're gonna move them into a big coop. So normally when I get chicks, I take them out and put them straight on grass, right? If you watched the video before, we had taken them out the second day, except this whole last week it has been raining, and so these chicks have not been able to come out, and I feel bad because now they're bigger and I like to handle them as much as possible so they get used to you. So they're going to be a little more skittish because they haven't been held as much, and I'll tell you why it's so important. So the coop behind me with those chickens we had bought from somebody who had raised them. So they were older, they were already laying, but he was moving, and so we took them over. So we didn't get to handle them as chicks, and he didn't really handle them either. So they're not easy to pick up. So when we have health issues and things like that, and we want to help them, we can. It's a fight. It's not as easy. Where this other coop we have raised since babies. So if I have an issue, I'm able to pick them up. I'm able to move them, administer medicine, and things like that. It makes it really hard when you don't handle them. So that's why I think it's super important. And my husband just put this piece over there because now they're getting their little wings to fly. Hi. Okay. Hello. Oh. And see, now they're a little more scared because we haven't been handling them as much because it has been cold. All right, come on now. Let's see. Look, this one I'm guessing is a rooster because it's the only one that has actually who has actually gone to go after me in my hand and attack, and I have to look at the tail to see the difference. So I told you they had mixed in our birds with the Cornish cross, and so when these ones are little, they look just about the same. And so I did pick out two, and then a few days ago my husband said he saw one with different colored wings, and so we added this one to the bunch. And so, yeah, I definitely think that's a rooster. Hi. And I'm not sure, they gave us an extra, I guess, or it was the special one. What do you call it? The mystery one? Hello, baby. Shh. You hear that noise? They're scared, right? That's okay. And I like them to get used to my voice, and so when I feed them and stuff, okay, this is the favorite. Hello. Oh my gosh, you gotta see these little feet. Can you just see how fluffy these little feet are? And everywhere is soaking wet, so I'm gonna sit on these rocks right now. And honestly, I was about to take out all of those chickens. There are so many Cornish cross because I love to put them on grass, but it's like the one day I'm home alone, which is never. My husband is working. My children stayed with family last night, and I don't even have my dog, and my dog helps protect too, and I have no other hands. And honestly, like, I've had it before where I've taken out a ton of meat birds and the chicks, and swarms of hawks have come, and I'm just like, Bianca, you never get a day of peace. And as much as I love the animals, I literally got a bin and I started to carry them out, and it was like chaotic, and I get my allergies and all of that, and I was like, this is the one day that you ever get of quiet. And so I changed my mind because tomorrow they're gonna go into their new coop anyway, and I could just hear my husband's voice saying, it was one more day. You couldn't wait one more day to let them out. Enjoy your day. And so that's what I want to do. And honestly, this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chicks. Hello. And so I'm gonna enjoy the piece. These are nice and easy. I can wash them. I've already been taking them out onto grass minus the rain. And so, oh, they're so cute. And they just bring me peace, honestly. So because the sun is shining today, I'm going to get a book. I'm going to sit probably on the porch, read something, write. There's some things that I need to write. I'm doing. Actually, it's funny. I ordered this shirt, Save America, Homeschool Your Kids, brand new. This is the first time I'm wearing it. And I'm teaching a homeschool seminar. I'm not hosting it, but they asked me to speak at it. And so I want to write that today because it's next weekend. And obviously I could speak off the cusp, right? That's easy for me, but I like to be prepared and have, what I want to share. And I like to share my journey on homeschooling because a lot of people don't know, right? A lot of people think it's crazy. I thought it was crazy. And I was pushed into a position where I had to homeschool. And I'm thankful that I am. So many people look at circumstances and they're like, oh my gosh, my world is ending, right? Hi, they are testing out their little wings. They look at problems like it's a horrible thing, but a lot of times they're doors of opportunity. I know it's windy. When it's cold and stuff, they come and fly by my feet and try to sit under me. But those are doors of opportunity, and I am so thankful, not thankful for the things that my daughter had to go through to get us there, but thankful that literally changed our lives, right? Our whole perspective, and we became a family again, started homeschooling, and it's just, I have so much to say. I could go on forever, but maybe I'll share clips of the seminar after I do it. But there's so many things that we don't realize, like that we've been indoctrinated by because, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Because we just take what people say because it's just like learned. You just follow the same thing year in and year out because that's what you've been taught. And so you're not even trained to think a different way or question things, right? It's like the Truman Show, right? It's like Truman just had to kind of go with what the world was teaching him, but inside, here, go ahead, go with everybody. Inside, he knew something wasn't right, and he's questioning, and he's trying to get out of this matrix, right? And there's so much of that in life that until you open the door and step outside, you don't realize all that the world and life has to offer, right? We don't have to stay in these boxes that have been designed for us. I am such an unboxed person. Do not put me in a box. I feel like I'm choking and I need to break it open and bring others with me, right? See, I already see some hawks coming out. And so, anyway, I have so much to share about this. Even like a friend and I were having a conversation the other day, which I'll be sharing more on soon, but just like church, how much of it has become an institution. And it's like sometimes, you've been in that box system for so long. When you step outside of the matrix and realize, and I'm not knocking churches, right? I love the church. I love believers and things like that, but there becomes this systematic way. There is freedom when you leave Egypt, right? He breaks the chains and you walk into the land of Canaan instead of the land of bondage. And I guess that's my heart, is leading people to the land of Canaan, the land of milk and honey, right? The promised land. And there's such a difference, and that's what happened. God's people were in slavery in Egypt. Of course, it was because of the years of sin and everything else. And they had these harsh taskmasters over them. And finally they cried out to the Lord, and he heard them, and he sent a deliverer to come set them free. And one day he split that sea and he brought them out of the land of bondage, right? Our life before God is so like a land of bondage, right? I just remember my life before God. It was horrible, right? If I went into all of it, when we try to do it without him, we can function and things like that, but you're not going to have the peace and the freedom and the land of Canaan, the land of milk and honey, that sweet fruit that they got to taste and live in, right? And that's what he wants for all of us, is freedom. And that's my heart to share it. Hi, sugars. You guys are cold. Hello. So that is the best thing that you can do, is spend time with them. They get used to your voice, right? When I go to feed them, a lot of times, or bring treats, I'll, make kissing noises. Especially when I had no property and I had chicks on my property, or my chickens on my property, and they would go over to the neighbors and I would quickly make kissing noises. and they would come back. So just doing things so they learn to come back and hear your voice, and so they're not scared of it, is super important. You know, handling them now makes life much easier, and the less that you handle, the more skittish they're going to end up being. And my son is honestly the best with them and every animal, especially chickens, though. He just has such a way of making them feel so at peace, and he lays on the lawn with them. They really trust him because he's so kind and gentle with them. And now I'm going to give my other ones time to go outside. And I'm going to let my front ones out because they have been cooped up and they are hungry. And look at, oh my gosh, I cannot believe all of that rain. Our grass is so high. So my husband is going to have to mow all of this, which will take a few hours. Hi guys. I use these poles because of the wind. I'll close these doors. Hello everyone. I know, you can't wait. Oops. Hello there. Look at these dandelions, man. That is just so healthy. And they know what to eat, and all these delicious herbs and things like that. Hello, good girl. Now I'll have to pray because these chickens are never out. Oh, my girl. Look at who's coming to visit. Can you guess which chicken it is? Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Hello, my girl. Hello, my girl. Look at you. So cute. Oh my gosh, I love this chicken. Let's see what they do, because this one is from the other flock. So that one will most likely peck her and say, "Get out of here." Yeah, I see. Top dog right here. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, she's already given the cue with a little noise, and she ran. Learn chicken language. Can you just look at this? How peaceful these chickens are. This is the way they're supposed to live, right? Fresh air, green grass. Look at this. They travel together. Sunshine. So happy. Freedom, right? Look at my lone traveler. My sweet girl. She doesn't even care. I love it. She's not worried about a thing. Psalm 23. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Even if it's all alone, right?